It's beginning to look and feel a lot like Christmas. Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks for tuning in. We're still experiencing cloudy and cool conditions with your weather a bit breezy this morning. We can also expect to feel a few showers likely tonight. This is caused by a high-pressure ridge building across the islands. Some daytime sunshine also expected, but still cool tonight at 61 degrees. So stay warm and bundle up. Let's take you out to our streets this morning for your traffic commute with Lloyd Allen.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Yes, good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Bahamas. A great start to your Hump Wednesday. Now your first look at traffic coming in from the intersection of Collins Avenue and Shirley Street. Significant traffic coming out of the east, more than likely those persons heading into the downtown area, also into the west. Now, if you happen to utilize this area to get to your various destinations, you should be able to do so nice and smoothly without any major hiccups. This morning, we're also joined by Corporal Christopher Wims from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, who is painting a picture for traffic incidents developing over the past 24 hours.
Good morning, Lloyd. Good morning, Bahamas. We're reporting that we had one accident overnight. However, we had a total of 12 accidents, period of 24 hours. 7 accidents with minor damages, 3 accidents with injuries, and 2 hit and runs. We still have 13 hospitalized victims as a result of RTAs, 7 of which that are in the hospital are from the island of Abaco. So we're noticing a trend in the island of Abaco, and it's already being addressed to traffic officials down there so that they can put some things in place so that we can prevent these kind of accidents from happening on that island.
Now, Officer Wims, it's no secret that we're approaching the holiday season, and so, of course, many persons utilize this time to go shopping, and drivers, more times than others, leave those bags all over their cars, which is almost like an invite to those would-be criminals. What advice can you offer to those shoppers?
Well, the advice we want to offer those shoppers, especially ladies, for instance, they like to do their makeup in the car, do everything in the car except lock their cars, screw up the windows. Well, we're in the winter season now, so it's not that hot anymore. So we're asking you, screw up your windows. Be aware of your surroundings. Try not to shop all in bulk to make yourself a target. Plan your route safely. And if you have time, pick up a friend so that you can have somebody visit who can watch everything around you. And like when in doubt, make 3 left turns, 3 right turns. That means you probably are being followed. Contact the police and then try to make your way to the nearest station so that we can keep you safe while out here for the public, for the holidays.
And then finally, of course, many persons have been complaining about the proliferation of those tickets from police. Of course, we know police have to do their job. Well, what reminder can you offer to the public?
Well, when we issue tickets to people, the first thing they say, oh, the Treasury broke. You're all only writing these tickets because the Treasury broke. However, we'd like to tell the public, well, thank you for your contributions to the Treasury. Do the right thing. Buckle up. Drive with due care and attention. Practice courtesy towards other motorists.
All right, so some good advice coming in there from Officer Wims. And, of course, this has been your Wednesday morning traffic report from the Shirley Street area for the morning edition. Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
Marketing the Bahamas will be key moving forward as the country seeks to attract more visitors. But as it stands, the bubble environment utilized by many throughout the region has worked well in helping to restart the tourism engine. Minister of Tourism and Aviation, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, says the Bahamas will continue with its trend as a part of the initial relaunch of the industry.
It's worked very well in the rest of the Caribbean. I think initially, everybody's a little frightened. Everybody's a little scared. Everybody's like cautious. How's this going to work? What's going to happen here? So I think everybody wants to control the environment as much as possible. And when they feel comfortable, they'll begin to expand. So, that's what they've been doing in the rest of the Caribbean at great success. So I think everybody wants to start off that way. And that was that's what we had to do in order to get them to reopen, to commit to reopening. So let's make sure that it works.
The Minister of Tourism says while this approach has helped, marketing in the North American region continues to be uncertain.
We're getting back in the market. The largest source of foreign visitors is through online booking travel agencies. So we do a lot of online advertising. And then in the new year, we're going to move more into the traditional TV advertising and the like. But I think we want to, crawl before we walk, before we run. Let's see how it goes. And you can't put blinders on and ignore what's happening in the United States. So you don't want to barrel in with limited and scarce marketing resources and not get the best bang for buck.
A breath of fresh air for the local hotel sector as a number of properties are now preparing to reopen their doors. The mega Atlantis resort officially opens tomorrow with about 2,500 staff back to work. This Thursday will be viewed as a red letter day for the resort, which was closed for months due to the pandemic. We invite you to join the Morning Edition live tomorrow morning as we capture the big moment at the Atlantis property. Progress made on the global scene in the fight against COVID-19 and the use of a vaccine. In the United Kingdom, the first group of people turned out for a mass vaccination drive yesterday. But where does the Bahamas stand in its efforts to secure a vaccination? Here's the Minister of Health, the Honorable Renwood Wells.
So the Bahamas government is already in the queue for that 80,000 dosage, which equates to about 20% of our population. There's a global commitment and agreement among all countries that through the WHO we will purchase vaccines up to 20% of our population number. The total cost is going to be about $1.6 million. We've already paid $250,000 of that. And so we're just waiting for the WHO to approve whether it's Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, whether it's, I think the Chinese have about 2 vaccines out, the Russians have about 2, and a number of other countries such as Israel and other nations in Europe are developing vaccines as well.
Well, on the local scene, the COVID numbers are still trending down. Yesterday, 5 positive cases were reported, with 3 here in New Providence, 1 in Grand Bahama, and 1 in the Berry Islands. Also this morning, in the wake of the passing of the Parliamentary Elections Act, the Constituencies Commission will meet for the first time today at 10 a.m. House Speaker, the Honorable Holston Moultrie, says a meeting will be more of an introductory nature. At that time, documents including proposed amendments to the Parliamentary Elections Act will be distributed, a move the Speaker hopes will set the stage for work to begin in early 2021. Stay close, we've got more right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
The Anglican Central Education Authority presents Advent, 9 Lessons and Carols, O Come, Emmanuel. This Sunday, December 13th at 8 p.m. only on the ZNS Television Network.
During this pandemic, it is our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocol. Restaurants may operate utilizing curbside pickup, drive-through, takeaway, or delivery. Any establishment who allows the entry of any person not wearing a mask is liable upon a summary conviction to a fine of $500. I am Ambassador Ashanti Ruko of the COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be your own.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Police on the hunt for the persons responsible for a fatal shooting which resulted in the death of a male. The incident unfolded sometime around 8:30 last night in the area of Forbes Street in Nassau Village. When police arrived on the scene, they met the body of the male lying on the street unresponsive with apparent gunshot injuries. EMS personnel were called in. They examined the body and pronounced the body lifeless. Investigations revealed that the occupants of a small Japanese vehicle stopped on the intersection of Forbes Street and Lawson Avenue. A male then came out of the car and fired in the direction of the victim, who was walking north along Forbes Street. Police are awaiting identification of the next of kin to verify the victim's identity. Investigations into the matter continue this afternoon. The Road Traffic Department hoping to expand its online services and open additional outlets across the capital to make the process easier for motorists. Just this past Monday, the Carmichael Road outlet reopened after being closed during the pandemic. Fort Charlotte is also operating on appointments. Controller Bradley Sands says the online drive is a positive step in the right direction.
We are moving closer with our online services. We are in a pilot project right now with a few government corporations with online driver's license. Shortly thereafter, it will be vehicles licensing online. And so the way to make everything run smoothly is to have a cashless system that you're able to use your credit cards online. You're able to go to cash, one of the cashing institutions, and so you will bring that receipt to the Road Traffic Department, where we will be able to facilitate the transaction that you are requesting.
The Road Traffic Department is also looking to increase its services to 5 stations across the capital.
We still continue to have a little line at the stadium because this is the only place that you are able to pay by cash, and these persons might not be aware that Road Traffic offers service online. You can go online to our Facebook page, you can sign, you can follow the link, you can sign up, book an appointment, and in 24 hours you have a date that you can come into Road Traffic and you can have your service facilitated. You will see that if you go to Carmichael right now, you see that there's no line there because we now have 3 substations. We have 3 stations that are open. We're looking at opening one in the east and one in the south. And I can tell, and I believe that lines, long waits on road traffic will be a thing of the past. And so the more substations that we have open, I believe that the efficiency of service with the online service will take road traffic to the next level.
Meantime, buses are still up and running after they were parked for months due to the spread of COVID-19. However, those drivers have taken a financial hit. President of the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union, Rudy Taylor, says the pandemic has had a crippling effect on his membership. Additionally, he says with reduced cash flows, drivers can only transport a maximum of 15 passengers or half their capacity.
It's really rough, and some persons fell in hard times. Some are stressed out. We're just trying our endeavor to be our brother's keeper in these times, so that these ones do not get discouraged. Because we don't want nobody to say, that's it, they're throwing the towel in. So we're trying to encourage them the best way that we can in this hard economic time.
Taylor says drivers are following the mandatory safety protocols where passengers are required to wear masks and social distance. And while each driver has a hand sanitizer on board, there are still a number of challenges.
The challenge of some bus drivers, I should say, who are not paying the full fare of $1.25 in some instances. And we want to remind the public as well to please keep in mind that we're trying to avoid stopping at every corner to pick up passengers. So if passengers could assemble at a point, although there's no bus stops erected, it will make life easier for the bus drivers to traverse on the roads.
Stay close, we've got more right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Did you know that there are over 30,000 Bahamians with diabetes and another 23,000 with prediabetes? Each year, this number is expected to increase. Many people who have diabetes are unaware. If you are having blurry vision, feeling thirsty, urinating frequently, or are unusually tired or losing weight despite a healthy diet, you may have diabetes. If you have a parent or sibling that has diabetes, you are also at an increased risk of developing diabetes. If you have noticed any of these symptoms, it is important to see your doctor, who will perform the necessary tests to confirm the diagnosis. Together, we can beat diabetes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ferguson. During this global pandemic, we ask for you to be responsible. As we fight this COVID-19 virus together, we would like to encourage you to do the following. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth and nose with a flexed elbow or tissue when coughing and sneezing. Please practice social distancing by staying 6 feet apart. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. If you must go out, wear a mask. We stay here for you. Please stay home for us. To those who are on the front line, we salute you as we continue this fight together.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with GD Media Solutions and this television station.
Insurance company is improving services to clients through the introduction of new portal to expedite claims. Lloyd Allen is live with the latest.
Yes, good morning again, LaDon, and good morning, Bahamas. Now, we're just a few blocks away here on Collins Avenue at the office of Bahamas First, and I'm speaking with one of the business developing manager who has his hands almost in everything here at Bahamas First. Mr. Kevin Hudson, welcome to the morning edition.
Good morning and welcome. Thank you. Welcome to Bahamas First.
Thank you. So, of course, we know that over the past few months, many businesses, including insurance companies, have been challenged with engaging with their customers. Have you now worked on those challenges?
Well, the good thing about us is we actually had started to embark on an innovation project to try to move more of our processes online. So we were able to kind of roll that out during COVID. While COVID may have slowed down some operations for some people, it kind of accelerated that side of it. So what we do now is we do a lot of the claims handling online. We also do a lot of claims handling remotely so that we can take the photos of your cars, that type of thing. You send those in, and we do the assessment remotely. We have a claims line, 3234778, which is 321st, that you can reach out to. As you know, our first response vans are usually on the road, but again, during these times, we're unable to have that deployed. So we've had to kind of reshuffle the way that we do things. The other thing that we do is our clients are not actually the public. All of the insurance products have to be sold through a network of agencies that you can find our network actually on BahamasFirst.com. So our clients are actually the agents. Those are the ones that we have to reach out to, who reach out to us also for specialty covers and those types of things. So what we've actually had to done as well is to take that online to make it easier for them to access us. We have a hybrid model of people working in and out of the office. So we have some people that are working from home remotely, some that are in office, just to keep the numbers down. And we try to, as best we could, direct clients to that online portal so that we can transact our business without having to be in front of you. So that's the way that we've adapted. We know a lot of our agents have also made that adaptation as well, in terms of being able to limit the number of clients that are in the office. But the portal itself, you can look forward to that coming out next year sometime. We're going to speak a bit more to that later on when we do another interview with you guys. But it's well along the way, and the aim of that is, again, to try to get our clients to be able to interact with their agents and with the company without having to do that face-to-face contact.
Now, when we initially spoke, I love the way that you described it. It's almost like a driver's license or like a credit card, so to speak, so that it makes the process much easier for us people who are driving vehicles. Minimal contact, but obviously providing persons like police officers or even road traffic with information that's vital to get certain processes expedited.
Yeah. And that is actually unique to Bahamas First. We have a group of representatives from the insurance industry who is now in dialogue with the Road Traffic Department and the authorities to try to bring that to a head. and to move us to where we need to be in terms of being able to electronically disseminate and accept documentation, because right now the Road Traffic Act and also the Insurance Act makes it mandatory that you have a physical document when you're driving your vehicle. But that is something that the government seems to be pushing towards, and we welcome it. We think that's a good way to be able to track to see who is insured, who's uninsured on the streets.
All right, so it's a total digitization that you're moving toward. Now, of course, we are approaching the holidays. Christmas is nearly here. ICE is just around the corner. Tell us about what Bahamas First is doing to engage community as far as assisting those persons who have been hurting. I'm sure you've been doing loads of projects throughout the community.
Yes, we actually have. We don't want to get into any specifics, but we have been making our donations to those reputable companies who are helping and assisting the community. And also internally, our HR department, along with we have a corporate culture committee. So we have a drive that's going on now to try to do a little bit more of that, but more in a direct way, with Bahamas First kind of being in the forefront of that. So you can look for that as well over the course of the next week or two. And we've gotten employees to buy in as well, so we're making donations, and the company is also making a donation towards this initiative. Yeah.
And one of my final questions, I know your company has been branded as one of those providing a first response vehicle to many of those accident scenes. So we know obviously COVID created some challenges with that. Can we look forward to that becoming a part of your operations moving into the new year?
Yes, the plan is to roll first response back out once we are able to fully open up and have our employees engage with the public in a safe manner, because that's the key. The key is we want everybody to be safe. We don't want to put anybody in a situation where they could find themselves actually contracting COVID or being exposed unnecessarily. Another thing that we have done actually is, like I said, we have now rolled out a remote process so that we can take your photos, we can take all that information over the phone, by WhatsApp, by email, and then we can continue the clearance process from there. So I look forward to seeing a hybrid model of that as well as we move into the new year.
All right. So sounds like some good news there. Hopefully I'll be switching to you guys soon.
That'll be good.
Well, thanks a lot for that information. And of course, reporting here from Collins Avenue for the Morning Edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
When the Christmas Wish and the Christmas Invasion destination Andros aired on the ZNS network a few years ago, it left many viewers emotional and willing to assist. While the one-hour series hosted by the Give Back Girl is back to not only bring some cheer, but to encourage Bahamians not to let COVID stop their Christmas.
Instead of giving each other Christmas gifts, we would pool our resources and give back to a small group in need.
A passion project to honor her late aunt turned into a give back movement for founder of the Give Back Girls, Sieska Adderley. For 5 years, Adderley has been putting big smiles on the faces of kids in need through her nonprofit organization. The Give Back Girl has gained a lot of popularity for its Christmas Wish, The Gift, and 'Tis the Season productions, and continues to shed some hope for families experiencing hardships. With all the doom and gloom and the greater need by Bahamians due to the pandemic, Adderley embarked on a new series called Can't Stop My Christmas, which airs this Christmas Day on the ZNS network.
COVID-19 impacted every single person on the planet, no matter where you are. So, of course, the Bahamas was no exception. And so what made it even more different this year, we didn't wait until Christmas. We started doing initiatives as early as April when we realized that COVID wasn't going anywhere. People still needed to be helped. Several smaller initiatives, obviously, because we had to take into consideration the protocols and ensuring that everyone was safe, the people that we were helping, as well as the volunteers. And so we kept everything small and intimate.
Adderley says she is deeply humbled by the reception she's received by viewers so far and hopes to expand her brand in the coming year.
And the response has been way more than I ever could have expected. It's been really, really good.
Okay.
Bahamian people, they are hospitable people, they are loving people, and they are their brother's keepers. No matter what happens, that's when you see the strength of Bahamians. We always come together, and people are always willing to help, whether it's, I've had someone give me $5 before, $50 whenever they see me, just to help towards the cause.
The Give Back Girl gave this message of hope to children and their families going through a rough time as the Christmas holiday approaches.
Keep their heads up. It will get better. Nothing bad lasts forever. It determines your strength in times like these. And so I'd say hug your loved ones a little tighter. we're forced to spend more time at home anyway, so let's take advantage of that. Let's focus on what we do have and not what we don't have.
Now you can catch the Give Back Girls Can't Stop My Christmas special right here on the ZNS Network on Christmas Day at 8:30 p.m. and again on December 28th at 10 a.m. Stay close. We've got more right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
We are here in this neighborhood to better our community.
It takes all sorts of individuals to make a community work. Individuals who believe that the park and their neighbor's property are as important as their own. Sometimes waking up 5 a.m. every morning just to clean up.
The Neighborhood Watch, it was brought into the Montel Heights community, and we saw it fit, so we jumped on it because everybody wants a better community. If we see something going wrong, we all got to reach out to the policeman. Not only being the ears and the eyes, but doing good things. For instance, right now we're having a massive cleanup campaign where we're going to be removing all those old vehicles from off the side of the street. Here in Montel Heights, we are one.
Join the National Neighborhood Watch Council and help build a network of communities.
Sign language is a doorway for communication for the hearing impaired. But even if you don't speak the language, there are some things you can do to communicate with those affected to improve interaction. But as Lloyd Allen tells us this morning, you will need a little patience.
I am Shelmadine Cartwright, and I'm proud to be deaf.
3-year-old Shelmadine Cartwright has been partially deaf for his entire life. He says it has not been an easy road, especially during high school, where he faced bullying.
I've gotten one or two experience in that in high school, but after a while they was aware, and they've actually looked out for me and protected me. Also, I had some challenges where some students wasn't aware that I was hard of hearing, but after they've been aware of it and they've been informed and been educated about it, I was just treated differently.
Cartwright says there were a number of teachers who remained in his corner, literally the saving grace guiding him into his future profession.
At that time, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I was basically in grade 11, and at that time, it was career day, and we had to choose what we wanted to do to prepare us for the working environment society, and that's where it all began, and my culinary career has begun.
For the past decade, Cartwright says he has utilized the freedom in culinary arts to express his talents and his independence.
Through the apprentice program, where I got a scholarship at the Corporate Bahamas, where I just have actually completed, and I was able to go into various outlets, restaurants, and a different cuisine. So I appreciate all around. I call myself all around chef.
Also president of the National Association for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Cartwright says many people are still frustrated that closed captioning is not standard for all local television stations.
ZNS would like to be included that, provide closed caption for the service and also interpreters for our service.
Sign language interpreter Annette Lund adds, COVID-19 is creating concerns for the deaf as many are lip readers.
People may not realize it, but the deaf needs to be able to see with the mask wearing now because of COVID-19. You find that a lot of deaf people are not understanding because of the mask.
Both Lund and Cartwright encourage all persons to do their part for the disabled community. For the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd, and that's a wrap for us this morning. For the entire team, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great day.